Good morning, everybody, on this Monday, Manic Monday. It is the last day of July, the 31st. Sam Channel Weather, I'm Chris Allen, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Yesterday was warm, but it still had a little bit of a, you know, kind of a humid feel to the air. It didn't completely, the dew points didn't come down as much as we had hoped for, but today they will. And really tonight and tomorrow too. But yesterday's high was 88. 88 after being at 97, then 96, then 93, and then 88 yesterday. So there was a difference yesterday. You could feel it felt a little more tolerable than it has in recent days. And even though it was a mix of sun and clouds, it was a nice day. 88 the high, 90 is where we should be on average. So we were 2 degrees shy of average for this time of the year as far as temperature. There was no rain around here, but you could go up toward Campbellsville, Taylor County, in that area. There were a few renegade showers that did pop up yesterday with a little weak boundary and some daytime heating. That helped prompt a few showers up that direction. There is a frontal boundary just north of us, and that's the one that is kind of in a state of just, well, it's just stationary at the moment, even though it's depicted as a cold front. That front is going to usher in that drier air and that less humid air that we should start feeling today. It's actually disintegrating, it's beginning to fall apart, and you can see the upper flow with some of the clouds drifting from northwest to southeast. And so those clouds, kind of leftovers from yesterday, just kind of breezing through. Otherwise, skies are mainly clear. And there are some thunderstorms back west of us in Missouri and Arkansas and some places like that that's blowing off. Some of those clouds are blowing off in our direction this morning. But you can step outside this morning and it does feel noticeably better. And tomorrow morning will feel even better than that. Let's take a look at the Kentucky Mesonet sites on this Monday morning here at 4:38. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of an early start on this Monday morning. We're looking at temperatures 60s across the board. There's only one, maybe just one 70-degree reading, and it's way over in Union County in Morganfield, Kentucky. But everybody else is in the very pleasant low to mid 60s, middle and east, and then more into the mid 60s here in southern Kentucky, upper 60s to near 70 in western Kentucky, and a twinge less humid air. You should be able to feel that a little bit better today than you did yesterday. All right, let's take a look at the model viewer, the 10-day blender here, which is going to show that we've got still some warm temperatures, but maybe not as many 90s in the mix as we've had for, the last several days. We're going to go closer to, let's say, the mid 80s. Some of these numbers are still a bit overdone. Yesterday it was showing what, 90, 91, something like that. And we ended up at 88. So today it's showing 88. It's probably going to be more into the mid 80s for a high temperature. Then we go mid to upper 80s tomorrow, low 80s on Wednesday. That's because we're going to get a little bit better chance of some showers, and another system makes its approach, then goes back as a warm front. And you can see the evidence of that warm front once we get into the latter half of the week. Then we start going back into the upper 80s, close to 90 for the beginning of next week. And today, being the last day of July, we're going to say goodbye to July. Tomorrow, the first day of August. Wow. There we go. Into August. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. It's hard to believe it's here. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. But here we go. All right, now on to the model map. Let's see if there's any more rain coming our direction anytime soon. I don't foresee. My nose is itching this morning. Somebody's coming. Is that what it means when your nose it? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so when you look at this map, you're going to notice here that there's something going on in this arc that's just to the west of us. Here we are, southern Kentucky, the Bowling Green area. Put this into motion. You're going to watch these little systems just kind of ride along that periphery of that high pressure, but there's also a little system that's going to spark some of the showers that we're seeing back into Missouri and Arkansas. And these systems going to come up over the Rockies and kind of take that same direction as we get into the next few days. Now, notice Western Kentucky, you might see something there, but really it's not going to be that big of a deal. So, in our forecast, we're going to keep it dry. There's another one of those systems riding along that arc as we get into this afternoon, tonight, and into the day on Tuesday. Same thing begins to happen. Here comes another ripple that you see back to the west of us that wants to try to make its way over that periphery, that outer ring, if you will, of moisture. So one of these will try to work in here. Looks like Wednesday. A low pressure system will sit over Missouri. In fact, I can show you that on the maps here. That low pressure system will sit in Missouri and just keep throwing moisture our direction. And then it comes a little more east with time. Here is the setup right now with, actually right now is that previous one right there, dissolving front. You saw to the north of us, big mess of systems out in the central plains. But really, it's going to be about these systems riding up and over that low pressure system, and then, or the high pressure, I should say, and then that ripples of low pressure along that boundary will also help throw some moisture our direction. Not today, and not tomorrow. It'll be close. It'll be back to the west over parts of Missouri, but it won't be, this is Tuesday, it won't be until we get into Wednesday before we'll begin to see, here comes another system, another complex. It won't be until Wednesday that we begin to see it, and you see it right there. Area of low pressure, stall boundary, everything riding up and over that. So don't be surprised if we get some of those, heftier thunderstorms as we get into Wednesday. This is Thursday. Warm front approaches. Heavier rain is a possibility. Thunderstorms even into Friday. Then into Saturday, the front begins to sink a little bit further south, and we'll still see showers and thunderstorms. And you know what this weekend is? Not only the first weekend in August, but it's also the 127 yard sale. Yeah, the 120. Did I not show that? Was that up there? You can tell it's a Monday. Let me back. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you can see how the rain moves in. In case I didn't show you, I can't tell since I'm recording this. Here's Wednesday, there's Thursday, there's Friday. So, yes, as the world's longest yard sale gets underway this weekend, US 127, typical stuff though. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. It always happens. Always happens during the 127 yard sale weekend. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the podcast on this Monday morning. I'm headed over to do some, see that? Radio. Sam 100.7, and I've got some more tickets to give away, and I've got one more pair of the Songs of Elvis to give away. That show is coming up Friday night. Yeah, Terry Mike Jeffrey and his band doing the songs of Elvis. I've got 2 more tickets to give away. So I'll ask you to do your best, Elvis, when you hear an Elvis song this morning during my show. Plus, I've got rides and slides tickets and all of that coming up. In the meantime, thank you for watching. As always, God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the radio.